The outdoor track and field season in the NCAA has been going for some time now. What that means is just about any athlete who was going to do something that was actually going to win a national championship has probably put down a performance by now. So this week, the Tom Jones Memorial Meet is basically where all the fast people in the nation got together to compete. I know that the Bryan Clay Invitational actually happened, and I'm going to address it in this video. But Tom Jones is clearly where it's at, and allow me to break it down to you. If you're not aware, that meet is hosted by the University of Florida, and they don't even score the teams in the meet. But that doesn't really matter. Florida won the national championship on the women's side back in 2022, and they were very close to pulling it off indoors again in 2024. They are a very real team, so wherever they go is now a meet that everybody else wants to go to, even if they're hosting it themselves. If you're a fan of college track, then you probably already know what happened in the women's 100-meter dash. Jacious Sears of Tennessee ran 10.77 seconds, which is just a few hundredths of a second off of Sha'Carri Richardson's collegiate record. I was there at the meet, sitting in the front row on the finish line. So I had a pretty good view of what actually happened. So allow me to explain the circumstances around this race. The heat that she was running in was stacked because it was heat 1 of 9 heats of the women's 100. And for the record, it was also an Olympic development meet, which means there were a bunch of pros who were going to run shortly thereafter. Centeria James was in the heat, who used to be the collegiate leader. I'm watching the race, and around 40 or 50, Jacious Sears starts pulling away. And I'm thinking to myself, either they're running slow or she's running really fast. And now we actually have the answer to that. She was going incredibly fast. But if you're new here, I have to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, the founder of SCArecruiting.com, where I rank the best high school track and field recruits in the entire nation. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comments section, because I try to read them all. If you consider that none of the pros who ran in that meet, like World Championship finalist Tamari Davis, 15 minutes later, were within a tenth of a second of her, that means that Jacious Sears is clearly a legitimate threat now. Not just for the NCAA title, that's another conversation. I'm talking about the Olympic trials. Because she's going to be there. And she's probably going to be in the final. And we know, historically, that collegiate runners have a benefit when they actually get to that meet. They don't have to fly around overseas before the Olympic trials. And they're coming off of a lot of races. Apparently, a lot of fast races. And I also am going to remind you, Jacious Sears is legit. She has been that since she got to college. She was underachieving at Miami, transferred to Tennessee, and she was probably like a high 4-star recruit, fringe 5-star when she got to Miami. That's why I say underachieved. But at Tennessee, she was making the NCAA finals in the 60 and the 100. There was a time when we thought she was going to win the 60 indoors this year. Brianna Liston shut that down real quick. Yes, it's a PR, but that is still something we need to consider. She is legit and a problem if you're actually going to run in the Olympic trials and plan to get a spot on Team USA. And now that I've got that out the way, I have to address something you probably don't know much about, because Kaylyn Brown of Arkansas, yes, not Amber Anning, not Nikisha Price or anybody else they actually have, not Shanti Jackson even, Kaylyn Brown. She's the one who is the national leader. She's a freshman, and she would have been a 4-star recruit, albeit probably on the higher end, when she came out of high school. She is not supposed to be the national leader right now. She ran a huge PR, at least from what we've seen in high school, to do it. It's throwing me for a loop because I already knew Arkansas was the most talented team. And somehow they got all of the fastest women in college to run the 400 for them. Yes, one event. But she might be the best. She's proven it on the clock right now. and it would be flat out disrespectful if I did not point out that McKenzie Long is technically the collegiate leader now in the 200. If you check the results, you will notice that the time was wind aided, but that doesn't matter so much because Jameesia Ford was in the race and she beat her. It's the first time I've ever seen Jameesia Ford lose a 200 in a college uniform. Again, that includes the NCAA indoor meet. McKenzie Long was a 4-star recruit years ago, and she has been in college for a while. All that matters is right now, she is maybe the woman to beat because she just beat the woman who was the woman to beat. Granted, she's gonna have to do it again at the NCAA meet. And she's gonna be there at the Olympic trials just like everybody else. So whether it's Jameesia or now McKenzie Long, keep in mind, it is a very real thing that they could steal a spot from somebody else on Team USA. The thing about the weekend we just witnessed in college track and field is it might have been the fastest regular season weekend we've ever seen in collegiate history. Because not just Jacious Sears and what she did, but also what we got to see from the Bryan Clay Invitational. I wasn't at that meet live, can't be in two places at once, but Michaela Rose ran the second fastest 800 ever recorded. Second time this week we've heard that theme. 1:58 is incredibly legit. I think Mo was the only person faster than her. And we know what she's capable of because she won the NCAA outdoor meet last year. And she's another American woman they'll have to put up with at the Olympic trials. But of course, I could not end this video without addressing the Parker Valby situation. I remember hearing that she broke the 10K collegiate record at the Bryan Clay Invitational. And when I heard it, I basically just kind of was like, it's what she does. But that is the point. I expect Parker Valby to run faster than any woman has ever run in a college uniform. It was literally the first race that she ever ran during the outdoor season, since she completed the double indoors and broke records while she did it. This is not normal. I remember comparing her to Caitlin Tui because it actually felt like a comparison. At this point, it's not feeling like a comparison anymore. I think we gotta give that girl the crown. She still has to do it outdoors, but all she's going out there to do is to be herself. That is what greatness is actually like. When you show up to a championship, you're the only one who just has to do what you do. Everyone else in the race has to run something they've never actually done and hope that that is enough to get the victory. Probably not gonna happen though. I know that the Penn Relays are coming up soon, and I believe Drake is on that list as well. And of course, the conference championships are soon to follow. But this weekend was the one where if you were legit, you were supposed to prove it. After everything we just witnessed this weekend, we already know what these ladies are capable of. They just have to go out there and do it again. For the record, it's exactly what Keenan Thompson said in D2 The Mighty Ducks, because that is how greatness is judged. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop, or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.